Y'all, just go ahead and throw away the key on this one, okay? New video has emerged, and it does not paint Courtney Clenney in a good light at all. And we're going to talk about it in today's video. Hello, Sofa Squad, and welcome back to the sofa. Sofa's back there. Roscoe's on it. He's trying to stay warm. It's very cold. My name's Paul. I'm trying to stay warm, and I'm sitting in front of the sofa. Now, today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a quick update, a quick commentary, a quick reaction type thing. And this is on some new evidence that has come forth, body cam footage, I should say, and the OnlyFans Instagram model case or whatever. And that's Courtney Clenney. She is currently incarcerated. In a minute, I'll go over like a little 60-second overview type thing for those of you who haven't followed it. But specifically what we're going to be doing in this video is looking at number one, some photos from her OF shoot. Yikes, arama. And then we're going to be looking at some of the video clips. Now this is sensitive because this does display DV, and so it might be blurred out, it might be clipped, whatever, but you'll see on the thing that it comes up, this is from Court TV. So if you want to watch this in full, but even if you go over there and watch the whole thing in full, just know that it's sensitive in the subject matter. So if that is an issue for you, just be careful before you dive into it, because it is very jarring to watch. Now don't forget also, if you want to follow Roscoe and I outside of the YouTubes, maybe on the Insta, maybe on the gram, maybe on the Instagram, well, it's right there on the little screen. It's right there in the description. Go on, give it a click, see what we're doing over there. Nothing really, but it's still fun to interact over there. Now let's go ahead and jump into that quick little overview. So Courtney Clenney was alleged to have taken the life of her boyfriend Christian Ambusele in April of 2022. Now this took place at her luxury high-rise Miami, Florida, and when this first took place, there were talks of it being in self-defense, and she actually went free for a little bit, right? She was a free woman. This was self-defense. However, that came to an end, and eventually she was charged and arrested with the M charge of him. Now, she's previously been arrested for DV in Las Vegas. Police were called to their home in Austin when they lived there numerous times. They moved to Miami at the beginning of the year, and staff, residents, all these people at this building where they lived, I mean, they cited numerous issues with police coming there, DV situations, you name it. It was not a cute look. So now that brings us to today's video, and here's just some quick background information on that. So Courtney and Christian had gone to Aspen to shoot for her OnlyFans, take a ski trip, like do that whole little scene. And we're going to look at some of those pictures. And as you can probably have guessed by now, it did not go well. Now, somebody who was working on the shoot talked to Daily Mail, and they were like, yeah, she was drunk. She had bruises, blemishes all over her. She would use Facetune to edit them out. There's bandages on her hands, and it was bad. Now, we're going to take a moment before we look at the clips and look at some of those photos. Now, some of the parts of it have blurred out. You'll get why. But just keep this in mind when we look at this. Number one, I was like, oh my God. If I had this situation going on, I would not do a photo shoot. Even in the frame of mind of like, I'll cover it up with Facetune or whatever. Because I'm like, this is really, really bad looking, okay? So let's go ahead and look at one of those first things, and I'll talk as I have it on the screen. Okay, so on this first one, what I want you to look at is, number one, remember, they're saying she was completely drunk and trashed. When we look at the video, you're gonna be like, yeah. But look at the look on her face. I mean, I'm just like, ouch, okay? This is, no, absolutely not. Like, I'm just like, people are paying for these pictures, seriously? But more than that, y'all, look at her elbow. It has an open wound on it, okay? Look at the bruising on it, okay? This is bad. Now, I'm gonna talk about my thoughts on this bruising and stuff, because when we watch the video, you're gonna see where probably she gets this stuff from. Okay, on this second one, we're gonna pan into her hands. Y'all, who is gonna show up for a photo shoot with their fingers bandaged together looking like this? I mean, she looks rode hard and put up wet, y'all. I mean, it's rough, okay? And again, she's probably inebriated, doesn't care. You know, it's so cringy. Okay, now here's one that's a little bit more normal looking. Her face is not as hard looking. And on this one here, like, to me, it's almost like, girl, don't try and do that sexy look. Just smile. It brightens her face up. She doesn't look so hardened. But look at her arms and her forearm. Y'all, look at the bruising on it. I don't think that these bruises came from the boyfriend is what I'm getting at, okay? I think that these are a product of her own actions and whatnot. We're going to see what I'm talking about here in a minute, where she's interacting with him and whatnot, because I believe she is the aggressor in this relationship. 100%. So she's going to face tune these out. Imagine what the people there are thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just have to be like, and if they're seeing the behavior that she displays toward Christian, I mean, come on. Now let's move on to this last one. Now this one is so rough, y'all. I mean, again, she tries to do, I don't know if it's a sexy look. I don't know what it is, but she looks ridiculous. She has open wounds on her arms. I mean, this is an unwell person, okay? I mean, this is not a well person at all. Okay, so on that note, again, let's take a moment and now look at these clips of the interaction between her and Christian. Now, remember, when this came out, when this first happened, it was, oh, you know, this abusive boyfriend and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. And even a neighbor was like, well, I've seen him on her and whatnot. Well, then more information started coming out, and people were making more sense of, yeah, he's probably trying to, like, prevent her from attacking him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this girl's wilding out in every video that comes out. This one is no exception. So let's look at that first clip.
Anyway, like, I was sober for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And now why am I not sober? Because of you.
Okay, so first of all, she's blaming her sobriety and a lack thereof on him. Not a good sign. Immediately punching him, coming after him, all this. Now here's my thing, when I was talking about the bruising and stuff like that, you see how she is? I'm like, she's probably bruising herself. You know, because number one, allegedly she's intoxicated. She's a sloppy hitter, you know what I'm saying? And he's just, you know, trying to calm her down. So if she, to me, like seeing this, I'm like, okay, if he's grabbing her arm, getting her off of her, yeah, she's gonna bruise like that. But I'm like, the way she hits things and bumps into him, no wonder she's scraping herself up and doing stuff. I mean, it's very, very messy. Remember, someone is recording this. This is in front of others, okay? This is so bad. So bad. Okay, now let's watch the next clip.
Like, I can't even, like, I'll start to hit you later. Like, get the off me. You don't want to hit me? Christian, he saw me, and I know he's looking. I'm like, fed up with you. I'm fed up. I'm fed up with that.
Now this whole thing, I'm fed up with you, I'm fed up with you, and blah, 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 blah. You know, again, one part of me is sitting here and it's like, okay, when you're in a relationship that's to this level, walk away. Then the other part of it is, I mean, it's like, okay, when there's matters of the heart, even though this doesn't look like love at all, right? So it's very toxic. It's hard to just walk away, right? Especially if there's any kind of ties of with, we own stuff together or money or whatever's going on. Yeah, we don't know. And then matters of the heart, you know, but watching her behavior and like the can't stop moving and the hidden and she just comes off as inebriated in any video that I ever see of her. And I don't know if this is just like a manic episode that we're seeing. I mean, obviously this hopefully is not her normal standard behavior, but it seems to be, right? But I don't know if it's like we're seeing these clips of like her in a manic episode, that type of thing. I mean, this seems like a mental health crisis going on, and she's taken out through violence on him, right? Now, let's listen to kind of like what the meat and potatoes is of like what she's mad about this time.
Let's go to Mama right now. Let's pull her. No, she's in the group chat. Let's put her on the phone right now.
How dare you?
Yeah, you dare me? Keep saying
you
it.
do it.
Then stop saying it then.
Do it.
Then stop saying it then. Then stop saying it then.
So she's talking about something with another female. He's saying, let's get the group text. Let's, you know, let's get the receipts basically. And she's like, don't you dare. Stop saying it. And just the way she immediately goes to violence. And like when I see things like this, it's like, it's almost like someone taking advantage of the fact that it's like, he's a male, he's not supposed to hit me, I can do this, I can do that, I can come at him in this way. And it's like, I'm sorry, it's never right going either way, right? I mean, this is ridiculous, the behavior that I've seen from her towards him, because obviously we see how it ended, okay? I do not believe for 1 second that she was protecting herself from him in those final moments. I think she was in one of these moments, and I think she got a knife, and I think she killed him, and I think she lied about it. Now, was I there? No, I don't know. Only evidence will show, right? But from what I've seen from the sofa, you know, all the clips that come out of this anger and this immediate aggression that always seems to be fueled by a substance, it's a very, very dangerous combination.
I'm done.
Okay.
Can you send him home?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm done.
Okay, fine.
Done. Because you're costing me money. I didn't do
Now, this right here, she also seems to be on a mega power trip because allegedly she was like making tons of money and doing all this stuff, OnlyFans and this, that, and the other, whatever. And number one, you see how fast she was that pop? Well, I mean, I was just like, girl's got some reflexes. But you heard her, can you send him home? Can you send him home? Imagine having this argument in front of a photographer, okay? Like, who does it? He had to have been so embarrassed. But clearly he deals with this on the daily, right? You know, he deals with this on the, or dealt with it on the daily, I should say. Yeah, but then, like, can you send him home? You're costing me money. The power trip that she has over him is incredible. Okay, it's incredible. And probably not just him, right? This is probably just who she is.
And she's saying, hey, come get your mans. He's trying to come home with me.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
You're lying. She said, come get your mans that I was trying to hit on Milan. Come on, baby.
Okay.
That doesn't even sound right.
Christian.
Okay, so in this, she's saying that some girl's like, you need to come get your man. He's trying to get with me. And he's like, no one compares to you, baby. I don't know if he said in this clip right here, but in other clips, he's like, I told you that. I tell you that. You know, essentially like, nobody, I'm not trying to get with anybody other than you. Now, again, here's the thing. Do I know them as a couple? No, absolutely not. For all I know, he could be doing this, right? I mean, who knows? Is that any reason to kill him? Absolutely not, right? You know, but again, this is where for the both of them, it was like the toxicity of this relationship is so insane. I cannot imagine what a normal day was like. Now, if you backtrack to some of the evidence that's already come forth and whatnot, and some of the arguments and from previous things, is the aspect of like they were tracking each other. You know, they had the thing on the phones, like I don't know what you kids call it, you know, but where you can find, you know, where you see where somebody's going and stuff like that. She would be upset with this. This is a very jealous person. A very jealous person, and jealousy can push people to do things they never thought they would do, right? Now, again, seeing her like this, don't know her, didn't grow up with her, I would assume this is a personality trait, right? That's been escalating through the years, because it's very hard to believe that if you go based on some of the things she's saying, that this man, Christian, just brought this out in her, right? You know, just deteriorated her life like this. You know, not to say that that couldn't happen, right? Because we've definitely seen people destroy other people's lives and stuff. But her level of aggression towards this man is startling, okay? I have no doubt, again, I've said it again, that she had one of these moments in that Miami apartment, condo, whatever it was, and grabbed a knife and killed him. And then probably came down from that cloud and was like, oh my God, and cooked up this story. Now, if you've watched the case or followed the case, then, you know, she did this police interview. And I have old videos on it, so we won't go into it here, where it's soon after the crime. So number one, she's covered in blood. Number two, she's wearing like this very slinky robe. And pretty much not wanting to be overly covered with it while talking to these officers in the police station or wherever they were at. It's an icky kind of a thing. It's, you know, it's just, it's gross, okay? My heart breaks for him. My heart breaks for his family, because watching these things that come out, it's now this train wreck that you just saw coming from a million, not even a million miles away, like a mile away. It's like, this is going to end very poorly, right? This girl is unwell. There is something going on. I don't know if this will come out in court. I would love to know what, like, it was this behavior present during her childhood, like this hardcore erratic, yeah, because if they came out and said like, oh, she's manic, you know, this, that, the other, or whatever, I mean, I would believe it, right? Because this extreme rage of anger. Now, and another thing in this video that he'll be talking, he's like, he said it here, he's like, you're lying, and almost like her reaction, you can tell where it's like she's making some of this stuff up, probably, you know, just to be like dramatic or whatever, you know, whatever her substance abuse problem was at this time. I'm assuming she's over it because she's been incarcerated for a while. You know, it clouds your thinking. And if a little bit of jealousy gets in, you know, and if some girl at the bar is trying to talk like, oh, we're gonna mess with this girl, let's tell her, you know, come get your man, whatever, it's a wrap, right? So anyways, just heartbreaking to see this. I'm glad the law firm, because the law firm for him or his family released this video, yeah, because it's kind of shedding light on, not shedding light, but it's bringing forth more of the narrative of, look, she was an aggressor in these situations. More and more evidence comes forth with she is just going off. So anyways, let me know what you think. What do you think? Do you think she's the aggressor? Do you think, you know, what do you think of those pictures? My God, bless her heart. I mean, those were just like, yikes. So bad. Again, it's just like this crazy over-the-top party that was going to come crashing down. And when it came crashing down, he lost his life, and it's very sad. So if you're still watching, I appreciate it. I know this is a shorter video. I've been doing longer videos recently, but I just wanted to talk to this. A few of you emailed me about it, so I was like, well, let me go watch it. And my mouth was on the ground when I was watching it. I was just like, okay. Good luck getting out of this one. So anyways, that's it. I do appreciate you. Roscoe appreciates you. He asked that you drop some sofas down in the comment section. And until Roscoe and I meander our way down to that comment section, we'll see y'all soon.